All right, so today I am joined by actor Fernando, who could be seen in the queer film Exteriors. How are you doing today?
I am doing pretty good. Yeah, how you doing?
I'm well, thank you. So tell me, how excited are you for Exteriors to premiere on Gay Binge TV?
I am very excited. The more people that get their eyes on it, I mean, the better it is for everyone involved. So yeah,
Good, good. So without giving too much away, what can we expect from this film?
you can expect a series of like three different stories
Mhm.
that have a lot to do with different coincidences
Okay.
and kind of the relationships that ensue based on those happenstance moments.
Okay, perfect. And you played the character Kenny. Did you play this role in another film called Brotherly Lies?
I did, yeah. So this is kind of like a sequel to that. You can completely watch them separately. They don't
Okay.
really tie in that much. But it's just like an added little bonus if you go back and watch Brotherly Lies as like a prequel, if you will.
Okay, gotcha. So tell us a little bit more about this character. And did you approach your role in Exteriors differently than you did in Brotherly Lies?
Uh, I approached it differently in the sense that I got to like step back into the character instead of like doing all of like the character work kind of things that I hadn't done before for Brotherly Lies. Um, and Kenny's just like a kind-hearted, a little lost and confused kind of person. That he's a gay man, so he's still a little driven by sex, but he doesn't let that control him. He values relationships for just what they can be.
Gotcha. So what did you enjoy the most about playing, or what do you enjoy the most about playing this role?
I loved being able to just like live in that headspace of just that part of me that what am I trying to say? That where he gets to just like be liked
Mhm.
and he gets to just be there for his friends and for the people around him, and he's just like a kind person, and I'm not always as kind as I would like to be.
Understandable. I mean, that's the same with us all, definitely. So,
Yeah.
so Exteriors and Brotherly Lies was both directed and created by Mark Schwab, correct?
Yes, it was.
So, what has it been like working with him for two projects now? And was it him? Was it he who persuaded you to do Exteriors?
It was actually my roommate at the time that convinced me to do Brotherly Lies, and then through that I met Mark for Exteriors, and then we actually just did another film that's going to be coming out this year called Cutaways. So I've done three projects with him, and I'm actually going to visit him this weekend. So we've become like really good friends,
Good.
and he is also just like a beacon. Like he's the center of all these stories.
Mhm.
He loves having like just really good people around him, so I'm grateful to be considered one of those people.
Definitely.
And it's just nice to be able to like work with someone you're close with and a genuine friend with.
Yeah, for sure. So this film explores themes of love, obsession, and reconnection. How do you see these themes playing out in your character's story?
In my character story, there's love in a sense that there's not like sexual drive or charge. So genuinely is just like this love between these two men that they forge based on being at the same place at the same time twice.
Mhm.
Um, and what were the other ones you said?
So we have, oh crap, I just totally lost my, like I totally lost my question. What did I say? Love, obsession, and reconnection.
Obsession. So he doesn't really have a lot of obsession in this one.
Okay.
He's like taking a break from his husband because of something that happened in Brotherly Lies, which you don't really need to know for this film. But it's just like a thing that he does every now and then to like feel free.
Mhm.
Uh, and exploration was the other one.
Reconnection.
Reconnection. Yeah, he's reconnecting with this person that he may or may not have met before.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, so the film is centered around coincidence, kind of. So, do you believe in fate, or are you more of a random chance kind of person?
I would love to say that it's random chance, but so many things have happened in my life that just are too coincidental for me to like not believe in some kind of fate. So maybe there's like a mix of the two.
Okay, perfect. Well, with Exteriors, were there any particular scenes that were especially challenging or rewarding for you as an actor?
Definitely there's a scene where we are on this like beautiful balcony overlooking the South Bay, and the monologues were just long. And that's not really like a challenge, but like you have to just stay in it the entire time. And that was really rewarding, especially because like Kenny was listening to a lot of this other person speaking and just like pouring their heart out.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was really great to see what we were able to create together.
Gotcha. Nice. There were also a couple other cast members that were in Brotherly Lies that are in Exteriors, right?
Yes.
So, what was it like working with both returning and new cast members?
They're all amazing. I mean, we all became really good friends. I mean, we would have like drinks in the hot tub afterwards, like bottles of wine, and like the ones that already knew each other, like we've been friends and stayed friends.
Mhm.
Some I've known for years, others a little newer. But we've all actually like known each other for like quite some time now, and we've all been like in the same circles. LA might be big, but it's also kind of small,
Oh yeah, definitely.
especially like in the queer actor community.
Hmm.
So if we didn't know each other, we knew of each other.
Definitely. Well, what do you ultimately hope audiences take away from Exteriors?
There's three different stories, and so those stories each have like a little bit for everyone.
Mhm.
Not everything is driven by sex, but there is some. Uh, and for me, for Kenny, what I really want audiences to take away is that you can have those relationships or you can feel that spark and connection with someone and you can explore that. And that might mean sex, but that could just be like a genuine, like heartfelt love or a kinship towards them.
Yeah.
And I think it really just explores like how we as gay men and queer people and people in general can have those different connections with people, and I would prefer for audiences to take that away from what they're watching. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, the film also won Best LGBTQ plus feature at the Poppy Jasper Film Festival, which is a huge achievement. What does this recognition mean to you?
I mean, it's always nice to win awards. That's not why I do anything. Um, yeah, but it's always nice to be recognized by other people because then you're like, oh, I am doing something right. I'm
I
not a
do.
complete total imposter. Like,
Yeah. Yes. Well, have you always had a passion for acting?
yes. So in the third grade is kind of like when I made the decision. I'm like, I'm going to be an actor. I really wanted to be president of the United States, but I
Okay.
wasn't born in the country. And apparently that doesn't matter if you're like Elon Musk.
I don't think any rules matter in it right now.
No rules matter. It's fine. The world's on fire. But that's not why we're here. We're here for a little bit of escape. And so um, I just always wanted to help people. And I looked around me, and this was the time before social media. I'll date myself a little bit, but it, it it seemed like the biggest chance for me to be able to like help as many people like with that kind of platform, with the publicity that you receive, with the money that you receive. And so that's since like the third grade I've always wanted to be an actor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, representation in LGBTQ plus cinema has come a long way, but there are many challenges that remain. How do you see your role in that evolution?
I would love to be able to give a voice to the voiceless. I would love to tell the stories and champion the stories that don't get out there, that don't get seen, especially like the gender fluid, the trans communities. I'm not trans, but I am non binary. And so, we're under attack right now. And there's no reason for us to be because we don't make up that large of a population. Like
Exactly.
it's just a bunch of bullshit. Sorry if my language, but like it it's just ridiculous that people are so full of hate. And so if I can be some kind of voice to show people that like, hey, we're just people too. We
Mhm.
just want to be ourselves. We're all trying to figure out our lives and
Exactly.
this time that we have floating on a rock in space. Like, just love each other. Like, it doesn't matter who you love. Just like be kind to people.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, that's where I see myself in that is just trying to progress the needle always forward so that we can get to a place where we as a society just see each other as people.
Definitely. I agree. Well, what are some other future goals you hope to accomplish with your career?
Yeah, so I'm actually going back to school right now for pre-law. Eventually going to go to law school.
Nice.
So I'm doing like a fellowship abroad over the summer. Shameless plug, if you want to help me do that, I have a crowdfunding campaign, fundmytravel.com. You can find it on my social medias. But I I want to be able to like have like I'm a decently intelligent person, but I want to be able to help as many people as I can. And
Mhm.
so if I can have the platform from acting and the knowledge from law school and hopefully be a board certified attorney, well,
Mhm.
then I really feel like I can do all those things to help people.
That's awesome. Love it. Well, how can one stay up to date with you? What are your social medias?
Yeah, there's Space Monkey. It's like monkey, but not because I'm a little dyslexic. So it's Space Moneky, and that's on Instagram, TikTok, and Redbook as well.
Okay, perfect. Well, then, Fernando, before we wrap up, are there any other upcoming projects or anything else you'd like to mention or plug at this time?
Just that GoFundMe that I already plugged.
Okay.
I could use all the help I could get because studying abroad is expensive.
Mhm.
But I have like other little projects in the works, but it's a little too early to talk about those.
Okay.
So that's where I'll leave it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's that crowdfunding one more time?
It's at fundmytravel.com. It's under my legal name, Jose Fernando Picado. And yeah, I'm trying to raise $18,000. I have a few saved up, but the more that can help, I just need like 2,000 people to give me $10,
All right. There
which
you go.
sounds like a lot, but I think it's totally doable.
It's doable.
Um,
Definitely.
yeah, I think it's totally doable. So yeah, that's what my social media is bombarded with every day. So if you follow me, you can mute me if it gets annoying. It's fine.
All right. Fantastic.